So there's this idea that I've been playing with. It's called Academy. Essentially, it's a school of life. It is life, but it's the social family organization that the interconnected community that kind of breaks down some of these walls that we've built up around ourselves in our current eco-social economic. Oh, I already said that part. But it's got to be built from the ground up, and then we can integrate the outside into it, and it covers all aspects of a person's life. It will teach you for your whole life, and you will teach your whole life, because everybody has something to learn from everybody else. And the work that we do is to sustain not only ourselves, but to promote well-being around us. It would be outreach services, essentially. And those all build with the community itself. So the larger that the community gets, the more it can do. And then those that decide to venture outside of that community into the structure that is around us in the rest of the world, or go traveling to other parts of the world, perfectly fine, absolutely okay. But there's this in the notion of community, the people that were students, they become teachers and they become administrators, and they are it is just that it follows the cycle of life, and it follows the rhythms of the world, and it is based on the structures of our reality. All of this natural order for things that exists is what we should be basing all of our world on, but we kind of get screwy with that. The comparative is if you think of the populace as one animal, and then you look at that animal and you say, well, it goes into cardiac arrest every morning and every evening because the blood flow, or the freeways, they jam up, and the beast dies for a little while. It's put on life support, goes into a coma, who knows, right? Comparatives are outrageous. But we have these clusters all over the place, and they don't really support the balance that we find in the natural order of things. If we were to maybe build closer to the structure of a living thing, not necessarily a mobile living thing, but the idea of the processes and how they work, because we can relate all of the functions of a body to the functions of a society. There's waste management, and there's organization. There's the brain and thought process, things like that. The regulatory, if you think about the food and the water management, all that is process that goes into us, which goes into society, and we can base that. We can base that on natural systems, and we can recycle and give back to the world that we're taking from. The landfills that we fill up, and the waste that we have that isn't being put back properly is why we're running out of resources. It's because we consume and we don't give back. The waste that we have is just waste, and it's poisoned, and we can get rid of these poisons. We have the means to do so. It takes a little bit of extra work, but that's what everyone's really afraid of. And if we get enough people that aren't afraid of it, we can handle all those really big obstacles.